Hey everybody. This was a quick type of live that was really unplanned until about I would say about 30 minutes ago. Now I'm not going to be on here long. I got to be off of here by 5. But I figured I got a lot of questions about what happened today in the stock market, especially with the seemingly good news from about the student loans, right? That was just forgiven yesterday, um, and so I figured let me just come on for a few minutes and just talk with you guys about what's going on in the markets, what was going on with the Fed meeting or Jerome Powell and his remarks at Jackson Hole today. And just like give you some tidbits and things to think about, right? When we are on this financial journey long term. So, I wanted to first say that student loans were forgiven. That's a great thing. Well, at least ten to $20,000 of them, depending on where you fall on the pay scale and if you got a Pell Grant or something like that. But I mean, that's really, really great. It's long overdue. I have always thought that college in general was too much. It costs too much money to get an education. And like I said, I'm happy that, they finally did something with it. And I'm excited to see a lot of you who will be able to benefit from that. I mean, young and old and everybody in between. I'm just glad to see that they are actually doing something about it. Yes, this money doesn't just disappear, but if you can give tax breaks to corporations, you can help out the common man too, right? And so I'm really, really am happy and excited about that. And I can't wait till they actually kind of get everything squared away in terms of the simple application that they're going to have up for people to go to complete, or if they can just do it automatically by getting like your most recent tax return and see how much you made. And I heard that they were going to go either off of the 2020 tax return or the 2021. I'm not sure yet. I read it off of New York Times. But again, I'm really, really am happy to see it. And hey, Cash Rich Mama. Hi, Tanya. And so, yeah, this is just a random live. I mean, random. Like, I literally just decided to come on because I got a few questions. So what happened today in the markets? Okay, so the markets closed down a lot. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen in a few minutes. Like I said, I got to be over here by 5, but I'm going to share my screen because I want to talk to you guys about how to prepare yourselves for what's coming, because this will impact all of us. Okay, again, I'm not about putting fear out there. I'm about solutions. I'm about being prepared and preventing as much of what's coming, to affect us as possible. And so when the student loans was announced, and I was like super happy, like you guys have no idea, like excited about the relief that's finally coming for people. And this is from somebody who believes in capitalism, okay, and who is on the other side. And I'm glad that they're actually doing something about this. And I do think the whole educational system needs to be revamped in this country, but that's on another topic. But I was waiting to hear what was going to happen on the back end. Okay, so keep in mind, though I am really am excited and I am a proponent of student loan forgiveness, there's always a price to pay. There's always something on the back end that we're not being told. That's like they give us $1 but take away 5 on the back end. And today was what I was waiting for. It was what my husband and I knew was going to happen. So let's talk about Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell is a very powerful man, more powerful than the president, in my humble opinion. A lot of people don't even know who he is. And I always try to tell people, knowing who celebrities are is okay. Knowing what Trump is saying or Biden is doing or whatever is going on in the world is okay. But if there's one person that you need to really know who this person is, like every time he comes on TV, you need to be watching him. You need to be listening to what he says, is Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell is the head of the Federal Reserve. It's not technically a part of the government, but it is an entity that controls all the money that circulates in this country. This man literally wields the power over the economy, in my opinion. Anything he says, anything he does dictates whether the market goes up. It dictates whether the market goes down. He controls whether it costs a lot of money to get a mortgage versus not having to pay a whole lot to get a mortgage. So it's really, really important to know who he is and the things that he says and the impact that it will have on us regular people. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hi, I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Ariana? If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. But hello. I just started the live. I'm only going to be here until about 5. I just wanted to pop on because I got a couple of questions. And I wanted to just answer them. Okay. So make sure you hit that like. Okay. Hi, Paula. Hi, EA Douglas Money. Welcome. Welcome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you through some of the things that Powell said today. And if you saw the markets, you will understand why the market reacted as negatively as it did. And I'm surprised. Hey, Desiree, I'm surprised I don't hear a lot of people on the news talking about it or even people on social media posting about it. I know we're still on the student loan high, but this actually gave me some pause for concern because of some of the things that Powell said today that will impact us regular folks. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and I'm going to take you to an article. And I'm thinking of doing this in my groups. Now I do have a group. I have a couple of lives planned for next week. I have a live on Tuesday, so make sure y'all follow me on Tuesday. Hit the little bell notification button because I'm going live at 7:15. I got some great stuff to show you guys, like some great stuff. Everything is pretty much ready. I've had a few people look at it, and we're ready to go. But I have a couple of private lives as well in some of the groups that I have, and we're going to really be talking about this in super detail since I can't stay on this long tonight. But if you want to sign up, check out my website, mt1finance.com. But I'm going to share my screen. Let me share it now so we can walk through this together because you guys know I'm all about us being prepared, preventative maintenance, okay? So I believe that this, you guys can see this. I'm going to actually add my face to the screen to make it bigger for you guys. I hope that you can see it, okay? Hope that you can see it. So Powell, in his specific words today, there was a couple of things he said. He said that inflation basically is not kind of settling the way that they want. You know, we see gas coming down a little bit, but overall things are still high. And then keep in mind with the elimination or the forgiveness of the student loans, it's going to add to this. Okay. So again, you got to understand the money just doesn't disappear. Again, I'm someone who's for student loan forgiveness, but I'm all about playing chess. You guys know I say that. I play chess versus playing checkers. I'm thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead versus just now. Okay. So he mentioned today, and there was a meeting in annual Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So this is something that they do. A lot of the major feds from the different major cities in the United States meet together and they talk about it. And Jerome Powell gives like a news conference summarizing the things that was discussed and what he's going to do in terms of curbing inflation. And he said, frankly, that higher interest rates will likely persist for some time. Now, who knows how long some time is concerning the government, but that could be, quite a bit. But what really, really kind of made me stop a little bit, and my husband and I actually was just talking about this, is he said, this says right here, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell delivered a stern commitment Friday to halting inflation, warning that he expects the central bank to continue raising interest rates in a way that will cause some pain to the U.S. economy. If you come down here again, it says in his much anticipated annual policy speech at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Powell affirmed that the Fed will use our tools forcefully to attack inflation that is still running near its highest level in more than 40 years. And one more thing I wanted to point out before I, talk. Down here, this is what he says. He just had a press conference about an hour ago, maybe. It says, while higher interest rates, slower growth, and softer labor market conditions will bring down inflation, they will also bring some pain to households and businesses. He said in his prepared remarks, these are the unfortunate costs of reducing inflation. Okay, so what does that mean? Let me come back to this and let's talk about what does this mean? And you guys can feel free to chime in as well. If I forget to say, hey, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like in the zone. Okay. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Leroy. Hey, Jay. And so what does that mean? It means that number one, it's going to cost more to borrow money. So any of you who plan on buying a house, let's say in the next year, Okay. And keep in mind, back in the 80s and early 90s, and this is something my mother-in-law told me, her mortgage was about 8%. It was common to get like an 8 or 9% interest rate on your mortgage. Having good credit, all that type of stuff. What we saw in 2020 and 2021 with these like super low interest rates for mortgages that were like 2.5%, 3%, 3.5%, all of that other type of stuff, those days are gone. So what it's going to do is going to cost you more money to buy a house. All right. And not just a house. If you plan on buying a car, again, interest rates go up, and it's the variable interest rates that will impact a lot of people. So a lot of people that got the adjustable mortgage loans when in 2020, 2021, when everything was so low, right? Now they are really feeling the impact, or they will be. You know what else has a lot of variable interest rates attached to it? Student loans. So when student loans start up again in January, you may see your payments higher. So again, yes, they forgave 10, 20,000, but if you still have debt, and when January rolls around and the Fed keeps hiking up the interest rates, guess what's going to happen? Your payments are going to go up if they have variable interest rates attached to them. So some student loans have them. Well, quite a bit of them have them. Some car loans. If you have an adjustable rate mortgage, personal loans. Oh my goodness, personal loans. If you have a personal loan, a lot of those have variable interest rates. Credit cards, the dreaded credit card. If you are paying 20.99%, expect that rate to go up, especially if you carry a balance. So if you use credit cards, and I'm a proponent of using credit cards wisely. I use credit cards often, but I pay those babies off every month, so I don't have to pay interest rates. Why? Because the Fed is increasing them, and what's going to happen is that my minimum payments is going to go up. So instead of actually making a dent in the debt that I have, I'm actually taking 2 steps back. Okay. So hey D, hey Ange. So you guys know I'm all about investing. I'm all about beating the rate of inflation. But on the back end, if you have debt and you have 15% or higher in terms of interest that you're paying, you need to, let's say you have $100, you want to invest and pay off debt. You need to be putting 75% of that $100 to your debt, and you can invest a little bit, like that $25. Okay. So invest a small amount so that you can tackle the high interest. Because if you are paying all that interest every month, it's about to get worse. So again, it's about being strategic here and creating a plan that's going to help you on the back end. Again, I'm all about investing. You guys know I'm your investy bestie. I talk about it, I preach it, I say it in my sleep. But the interest rates are going up. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're investing, yes. But if you have debt that you're carrying 20% on, you're taking 2 steps back. So it's important to create a plan. And even if you can only do the $1 a day, I've talked to several of you who are just doing that because you're trying to pay off your debt. You see your payments going up. You see the variable interest rates going up. So you're trying to pay off your debt. And I say that's a great thing. If that's all you can do, $1 a day. And look, there's no shame in that, okay? Because what the Fed is doing right now. So just keep that in mind, okay? Leroy said it's going to cost more to buy everything. Farmers borrow money to put in crops, harvest those crops, and deliver those crops. Leroy, exactly, bro. I mean, hi, Shamia, exactly. Paula, you said, not sure if you're answering questions. Is it safe or good to continue to pay or save? Again, now this is my stance. And again, I'm all for student loan forgiveness. If you're still going to have a balance on it come January, and you need to go into your account and see if you have a fixed rate or if you have a variable standard rate. A lot of the student loans have variable. So what's going to happen is the Fed so we're not paying anything right now on student loans, right? But it's not stopping the Fed from continuing to increase the interest rates. So what's going to happen is that come January, though you didn't have to pay anything right now, when you will have to start making your payments, expect to see a higher payment there. So what I would do is if I still carry student loans, I would still be saving. If I knew I had a balance still after the student loan forgiveness, I would still be saving to like pay now if I could, so that I can decrease my principal on my loans. So again, if you know you're still going to have a balance after the student loan forgiveness, I would still try to make payments if you can to get the principal down. All right. Because when January rolls around and because the interest rates are going to go up, you're going to see higher payments. Again, this is just economics 101. All right, guys. Hey, Ina. Yes, it was a red today. But we get paid next week. I know we get paid next week on the 30th, 31st. We get paid next week. So some good sales coming. Some good sales. You wish I did lives later. I wasn't going to go live today, but I got so many questions about what happened today that I had to come live. But I have to be off of here by 5 o'clock. So but I wanted to come on and try to help you guys, help you to think strategically. So like I said, if you have high interest debt, Powell blatantly just said today that it's going to, in order for them to reduce inflation, it's going to be painful for us, the regular folks. All right. Because the billionaires and the millionaires, they have a lot of deductions and write-offs, which is why I try to tell you guys to really really line up your finances the right way. Because if you, let's say, put money in your 401k, that's a deduction on your taxes. So all of that type of stuff helps you. But again, if you have high interest debt, 15%, 18%, 20%, that is something that you need to be focusing on right now, because Powell just said blatantly is going to hurt. We're going to increase. If you're trying to buy a home, save a little bit more for your down payment, because it's going to cost you a little bit more to buy a home. Like Leroy just said, everything is going to go up some more. The money that is being forgiven for the student loans is going to be put back, and it's going to cost more. I mean, inflation is going to go up a little bit. So it's going to take them some time to kind of bring things down. And Powell is saying around 2%. That's going to take some like serious band-aid ripping off. And I don't personally like that, because that could cause us to go into a depression. So I don't want like a band-aid rip-off type of response, but he's trying to get inflation down. And keep in mind, inflation is about to go back up again because of the forgiveness. Again, money just doesn't disappear. You're talking about $300 billion. I'm all for it, but it doesn't just disappear. Somewhere, somehow, the money will be paid back. And so you have Powell here saying, prepare yourself, okay? So in that video I just put out about emergency funds, you remember I was talking in that video, and I was talking about our fire goals, but save a little bit of extra. Why? Because let's say your fridge dies on you. It's going to cost you more to get somebody out to fix the fridge, or if you got to buy a fridge, it's going to cost you more, because Lowe's or Home Depot is going to sell it for more, right? Or something that my husband also said was coming, and my husband hires people at his job. Layoffs or hiring freezes. Why? Because a lot of companies borrow money. I mean, that's just a happenstance in the corporate world. They borrow money so they can hire more people. Maybe they can perfect some of their products or services, maybe do some upgrades. Now with the interest rates impact everything. So what's going to happen is that it's going to cost more for them. So what's going to happen? Some layoffs, maybe some hiring freezes. If you thought you were getting a promotion, that may. So again, on the back end, what do we need to do? So what am I doing? What is happening over here in the MT household? So keep our expenses low. Again, we can have fun, go on vacation. I have a sinking fund for it, and I use every single penny in that sinking fund to go on vacation. But if I don't, and again, this is about separating what's important versus what's not important, not needs versus wants, because that's relative and subjective to each person. What's important to you versus what's not. If it's not important, if you know you haven't been to the gym in 3 months, that's not important to you, cancel the subscription so that you're not wasting money, okay? And build up that emergency fund a little bit. Like I said, it's going to cost you more to fix things, to buy things, all right? If you have student loans, like I just answered this question, and you know you're going to have a balance come January, try to save up for it so that you can make a nice chunk payment, let's say on December 31st. Or you can continue to make your payments now, knowing you're still going to have to. These are all things that we can do right now. Try not to incur debt. If you have to go into debt because things happen, try to pay off as much as you can, if you can. If you have to clear out your envelopes, and I know you guys love your envelopes, it's a blessing to be able to get the cash out of your envelopes versus having to rely on debt. I've been there. It hurts at first, but if you don't have to go into debt, taking out 15% interest on a credit card, you're doing a good thing. It doesn't feel like it when you have to empty out your envelopes, but it's a good thing. Okay, I'm trying to tell you that. Let's see. Leroy said getting inflation 2% is a pipe dream, bro. I feel you on that one. You're not lying. And again, I'm not about creating fear. I don't want any of you who may be watching now or will watch later to feel scared. We are about preventative maintenance over here. add a little bit more to your emergency fund if you can. Try not to get the high interest debt if you can. But again, because things happen, life happens, maybe you can just charge half of it if you had to do it. If you have to empty out your envelopes, that's what I would do first before I charge something on a 20% credit card. I would empty out my envelopes. It hurts, yes, but you can get back up there again. You can save that amount again. But again, it's about if Powell is telling you that it's going to hurt us for a while, start shopping early for Christmas. That means a lot of the famous sales we love, like I love the Bath and Body Works semi-annual sale, but the prices have been going up on the semi-annual sale. The candles has been going up. If you look under the candles, they're like $27 now for the candles. They used to be like $20. I remember. Again, so being strategic about our money is so important so that we are not, homeless, or we're not sitting in the house in the dark or feeling like we've been defeated. So get them savings up, still invest if you can. If you have to pause your investing and just do, like, again, the $1 a day investing challenge, so you can focus on paying down a credit card that has 20% interest. That is a wiser move. That actually will help you out better in the long run. And then once you pay out that credit card, you can jump in with investing. If you are nervous about investing because the market is red, again, I'm a big fan of buying and holding. I will continue to come back on here every month, whether the market is up, whether the market is down, showing our portfolio, doing an invest with me, doing the net worth update. I don't care if the account is up or the account is down, so that you guys can see over the long term, the markets always goes up, but it's going to hurt for a while. So one thing that I was talking to my children about yesterday is that we're going to implement just a simple Christmas type of wish list, something to wear, something to read, something you want, and something you need. Okay. And I won't put up like a budget on it, because usually if I want an outfit for my daughter, it's going to be different in terms of a cost for an outfit for my 9-year-old. My daughter's about to be 16. It's going to be different, but just keep it there. And then we'll do an experience together. Maybe I'll buy a membership to a museum or something like that. And they were all completely happy and okay with that. I'm not overspending for Christmas. And I'm trying to get caught up early with Christmas and maybe even go the gift card route, so that I don't need, because again, I buy the stuff and people don't use it. They don't play with it. They just want something to open. So I can get a $25 gift card to Amazon. They can go pick out whatever they want and they had something to open, and I feel my obligation. Okay, guys. But let me stop sharing my screen so we can check. Because I know you guys are in this chat chatting. Let me go back up. I know I'm behind, so please forgive me, y'all. Erica says, I'm so glad I bought my house when I did 7 years ago. I was looking at the prices plus interest rates. Yes. And the skyrocket. Yeah. And rent. That's a good thing, girl. Rent is going up. Okay. So again, remember, if interest rates go up and the landlords who own these properties, if they have expenses and costs that are going up, guess who they're going to funnel that down to? The renters. Okay. I think the standard rent now is like around $2,000 average across the country. That's insane. But again, it's about interest rates. That's why I'm always talking about Fed. You need to know who Powell is. You need to know who Powell is. Every time that man come on, I'm always watching to hear what he got to say. I want, what is he saying? How is it going to impact me? And how can I make it simple enough so that I can come on here and share it with you guys, so that we can prepare ourselves and not get caught, in the dust, right? Desiree says, yes, layoffs are definitely coming. Yep. Hey, Vanessa. Erica says, yep. Yes, please hit that like button, y'all. 9 likes and 24 watching. Come on, y'all. Help your investy bestie. Leroy says earnings are already showing layoffs at some bigger companies. Yes, and hiring freezes too. Yep. And it was interesting because there was a great recession recently. Like you can quit your job, you can go, you can make demands. Now, and again, it's about being strategic here. Build up your arsenal. Get your emergency fund up if you can. Create some sinking funds if you can. If you can get ahead on Christmas, get ahead if you can. I mean, because the Black Friday sales haven't been great in a few years. I'm just being honest. Like, I used to be one of them people that would be up and out late on Black Friday. The sales haven't been as fantastic in the past few years. So trying to get a head start is helpful, if that makes sense to you guys. Desiree says you're canceling Amazon Prime. Yes, sis, if it's not important to you and you got to be honest. Do you use it? If you don't use cable, cancel it. And if you miss it, get it turned on again. But again, if you don't want to waste money, we don't want our money just going to places where we don't even want it. And sometimes, and this is why I'm a big fan of like budget refreshes, go through your budget mid-year, because there are times when even me, like I forget, like I have a subscription coming out. I haven't used it or looked at this magazine in like 8 months. But the payment, like you think, oh, you're like $10 here and there, you're not going to see it. Yes, you're going to see it. And yes, it can make an impact. Yes, it makes a huge impact. Like number 10, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, girl. Erica says, I put away about $6 a month towards my Amazon Prime membership. Yeah, like create a sinking fund for it or something, and even Amazon Prime is going up. I mean, everything is going up. So again, I reiterate, because this is why I came live, because I got a lot of emails about it and DMs. Student loan forgiveness is fantastic. I'm a big proponent of it, and I wish they would have did it sooner, and I wish they would have did more of it. But on the other end, it's not just it's not disappearing into the thin air. Somewhere, somehow, we are going to pay for it. So if you have a balance still, I'm repeating myself on purpose because I know some people are coming in, okay? Try to see if you continue to make payments, because once payments resume and the interest rates are going up, it's going to be higher. Okay, guys? So we're trying to create a strategy here so that we can stay ahead of all of this. Let's see. It's D. I started a bare bones budget for my main. Yes, D. Yep. That you are doing great, girl. I'm watching you. I see you, girl. Netflix is on a chopping block for you, Erica. If you don't use it, if it's not important, cancel it. Let's see. Random videos. Hey, MT, I love your videos. Thanks for going live. You're welcome. You're welcome. EA Douglas Money says, if you have a library card, I suggest seeing if they have a streaming service. Oh, that's a good suggestion. See, Desiree, I'm going to get to back. Okay, I see what you said. Yes, girl, I agree. EA Douglas Money, mine has one, and we also borrow movies. Boyfriend had to buy a DVD player secondhand. That's okay. Auntie says, yes, I believe that great idea. Rent is high. What are we buying this month? It is the U.S. Steel Corp and the material sector, but I will talk about that in my live next week. So stay tuned for that in terms of what we're going to be doing starting in September, because now we went through all the 11 sectors of the stock market. So now I have some good ideas going for it. Wait to that live, okay? Leroy says, no need to fear. Be prepared. Yes. Recessions and depressions create millionaires. Yes, exactly. Desiree said, my rent is going up to $810, but a new tenant would pay $1,000. Really, Desiree? Oh my goodness, what a markup. D says, I shop before Black Friday. The sales are better. Yeah, I agree. And I've been also liking Cyber Monday better as well. And I can stay home. I don't got to be out among the crowds, running and chasing and getting stepped on, or anything like that. Jackie. Hi, Jackie. It was great talking with you, girl. Hey, Shalise made the live. Yay, I have already shopped for Christmas for my 3 grandsons. Everyone else is getting, yes, I have been all about the gift card life, because a lot of the stuff that the kids want is not even in stock in the store. So I don't want to run to Target and Walmart trying to look for a doll. I give them a gift card. They can keep track of it. And then when they see it, they can go get it and get it shipped to their house. That's just, how I do it. But again, I just wanted to come on, just encourage you guys that it may get harder. And it may not even be in terms of gas prices, but food definitely. If you're going to borrow debt of any kind, even to buy a house, save up some more, because interest rates, those days of 3%, 4%, bye-bye. Because again, they're trying to get inflation down to a percentage that is going to take a while. I mean, Powell said sometime that could take a year or two. I mean, literally. I am excited for I-bonds though, because when interest rates go up, the I-bond rate go up. So again, this is a great way to beat inflation. This is a great way to beat inflation. Okay. I have a beat inflation challenge up on my website that I am using so that I can get ahead. And I can't wait for I-bond. Like, I'm going to put some more in I-bonds. Not financial advice, but again, I'm trying to see how can I come ahead of this, on the upside, right? On the upside. Let's see. Desiree says, way to go, Jackie. Yeah, that's amazing shopping for you. Getting your shopping done like early and ahead of time, because it seems like every time I turn around, things are going up. Food, especially. is going up every time I turn around. Just got some tires on a car. Tires 2 years ago. And tires are, good tires. We believe in getting good quality made things. So tires is one of those things where we try not to skimp. But like you talking about $900, $1,000 for tires. And then you got to get in alignment, right? So that costs extra money. It's just, and then they always find something else extra when they look at your car. So everything is going up. And so because everything is going up, if you were forgiven your student loans, take that money that you would have been paying and please try to pay off the high interest debt. Okay. Credit cards, because that's what most people have. Credit cards. That's variable interest. Student loans, many of them are variable interest rates. Personal loans, many of them are variable interest rates. Some car loans are variable interest rates. If you can get fixed, that would be great, but some of them are variable. So these are some of the things that you're going to see your payments go up because Powell is trying to get the inflation rate down. So it's going to hurt. Like he said, it's going to cause some pain to the regular folks. But if you have a strategy, go through your budget, cut out things that are not important to you, figure out a way to start a side hustle. I'm a big fan of side hustles. It's 5:00. Oh, I just was given like the 5 minute, like I can do an extra 5 minutes. Okay. Cause you see me, I'm about to like get out of here. So, but I had to come over here, but yeah, like prepare, 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 prepare. Okay. It's so important. You got to know what your money is doing. Sometimes it's hard to look at our budget and our finances because we're scared or we're intimidated. We think things are really bad, but you can't really figure out where to start from if you don't know how things are. You don't know the state of your finances. And you may shed some tears. I shed a couple of tears when I really sat down 7 years ago and figured out like, how are we financially? What's going on? This is why I'm a big fan of net worths. This is why I'm a big fan of getting your credit report once a year. You have to see what's going on with your money so that it's just not falling through the cracks and you're getting left behind because things are getting so expensive, right? And so keep that budget, in line. Okay, guys. I'm about to wrap up on here. Desiree says your current rent is $765. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we are landlords, and we did not even increase our rent that much. But we had to, again, property taxes, homeowners insurance. We just got 2 roofs replaced on both the houses, appliances, HVACs. They all cost money, but we want to keep the tenants that we have because they take care of the house. But again, things are just going up everywhere. It's just going up. Desiree says, I need to save cash for I-bonds. I-bonds is where it's at because the interest rates are going to look real nice come the end of October, beginning of November, because Powell just said they're going to keep raising them. Jay says you're going to keep your budget tight. Keep it tight, girl. Random videos. I spent over $4K in cart maintenance. I have been there. I have been there. Yeah. I try to take care of our cars because it costs more money to get a car now. So I'm trying to take care of what we have well, like, how I drive and taking care of the inside. My husband does great with keeping up the cars, washing them, making sure that, the oil changes are done because it costs so much just to buy a new car. So we're trying to keep what we have going. And that's in the house too, helping the kids to understand and take care of what we have. If you break it, well, couches cost more now. Tables cost more now. Appliances cost more now. So we want to take care of what we have so that, we don't have to keep replacing everything, right? Erica says, I will say I do like that interest rate on my savings account. Yes, the interest rates on a savings account is going up. The Ally, the Capital One, all of it is going up and it's looking really, 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 really nice. The one great thing, though, when you do invest in a down market is that you still get dividends. I have a video coming out about that soon. And like our dividends is looking really good. So we still get our dividend payments even in the red market. Like we just got paid one. It was $143 dividend payment from one company. Another one was for 60, another one was for like 45. Y'all see all that. You'll see that video coming up real soon. So that's one incentive to keep on investing. Like if you see a good company under like value, like if you could get Disney under $100, not financial advice, but I mean, come on, that's less than a one-day ticket into Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is what, $105 to get in? You can get a share of the company for under $100. Some good sales going on right now. I cannot wait to payday. So yeah, I just noticed the title has some misspellings. That's okay. I was trying to rush to get this out. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. Not to my heart. But yeah, I just wanted to come on. I hope you guys stay encouraged, right? We're going to keep chugging along. We're going to make sure we do our budgets, make sure we do our sinking funds, make sure we try to have a debt payoff plan, make sure we invest, make sure, we just stay in tune with our finances. It's so, so important. Do your net worth if you can and pull your credit report. A lot of people forget to do that. Pull your credit report. You can get your credit report for free now. I think it's what, annualcreditreport.org. I'm not sure if I have the exact address right, but I believe that's what it is, where you can go and get your credit report for free. You don't even have to worry about paying for it. But pull your credit report so that you can see, like, because sometimes people will open up things, like I told you guys a couple weeks ago, somebody opened up an AT&T account and had a phone in my husband's name. So we got that all taken care of, but you just never know. Like, get your credit report and pull it to see, like, what's going on with your money. Okay, guys? So that's pretty much the live. I'm getting ready to get off of here because I got to go. But yes, I hope that was encouraging for you guys. I hope that you feel motivated to continue. Keep it stay tuned. I have some things coming. And I hope that you guys like these lives. I really try to, when I get on these live, not just to be talking, but to really like share, like help us to stay ahead of what's going on so that we're not trying to run and catch up to what's going on. We're trying to stay ahead of this curve. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. Like the video, okay, like this, and I will see you Sunday. That's my next video is coming out. Sunday. And I just posted a video yesterday. So make sure you guys watch that because that's a good one. That's a really, really, really good one. Okay. But you guys have a good Friday. Have a good rest of your afternoon or evening or whenever you're watching this. And I will see you back here in YouTube land. Okay. So have a good one and I'll see y'all. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good one, guys. Bye, guys.